It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to the KVJ Show. Happy Tuesday, Virginia.
Happy Tuesday.
What's going on today?
What's going on? It's just getting cranking.
Yes.
I slugged down a coffee. I'm ready. Let's go.
You did? Okay. How many coffees do you do a day? Like, what is your coffee intake?
I just do a tiny little bit of espresso. That's it.
Okay.
Like maybe 2 ounces.
Oh, really?
And that's it. Boom, boom, boom. Ready to go.
Why so little coffee? And so people go so
Well,
big.
it's really strong, but it's really condensed, and I just don't want it on my teeth. So quick shot and the rinse, and we're good to go.
It's all just functional.
It's functional, exactly.
Okay. All right.
But I do like the taste, too.
You do?
I love a little espresso with sweet cream. I prefer a little Kahlua in it.
Okay. Yes.
But I'm currently out because I drank it all.
My wife introduced me to that rum chata over the weekend.
Rum chata is good.
It does make them nice. I imagine it's just laden with tons of sugar, though, right?
There's also, there's a lot of sugar. Yeah. There's also a coconut rum chata.
Okay.
And a peppermint one at the holidays. I know your wife loves peppermint.
She does, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to bring her some of that peppermint one. I still have some.
Okay, all right. What you doing today, Bird?
Living my best life.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
You don't do anything to wake up, do you? You don't do any kind of like coffee, or you don't do energy drinks or anything along those lines, do you?
Nah, I just go with a few night terrors.
Okay, all right.
They kind of keep you up.
Yeah, you said you were trying to get a little peace and meditation, and we had a bird-on-bird attack, huh?
Yeah, I got attacked by a bird yesterday.
Oh, no.
Out in my garden.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
I was trying to meditate, and I'm not even sure what breed it was, but it came down and wanted to, like, peck at my shoulder.
Yeah.
And it kept coming back down, so maybe it's one of those ones that you and Denny's talk about.
Yeah, it could be a mockingbird, and especially this time of year because you're getting into the springtime. So birds get nasty. I already don't trust them dang things.
If they got like eggs or babies and you come anywhere near the nest, you may not even realize there's a nest up there. They will dive bomb your face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
they did it to Kevin.
Yeah, I have a mockingbird nest that is in the tree right by my driveway. And then when you get out of the car, you're at eye level. And that's happened before where I got out of the car and I knew that thing was like my nemesis. We had this game going on where he was waiting for me, and I was in this deep conversation with somebody, and I get out and I lock eyes with that mockingbird. He's like, you know I'm coming for you. I was like, I know you are. He went right in my face. I had to duck and just missed him.
Yeah, I mean, I have a ton of birds by my property. I don't know if everyone's like that, but, I mean, we're talking all kinds, loud, quiet, mean.
That's the bird varieties. Loud, quiet, and mean. Yeah, well, you have a lot of vegetation back there, too. Maybe that draws them in.
That's true.
Love the beauty.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so possibly. But, well, that weather was absolutely amazing yesterday, wasn't it?
I love this. This is the best time of year in South Florida where you're like outside and you can sit in the shade and it's breezy and 76 degrees. Oh.
Yeah, I had to go and drink it in, and I don't want to be negative. I was like, man, this is not going to last much longer.
Don't talk like that.
I know. We actually are getting a little bit lucky here in South Florida. I don't know if you've seen kind of like where the weather is going, but they have what's called a heat dome that is just a little bit north of us. In fact, in a little bit of the southeast, it's going to be a good bit warmer than here, and it kind of like divides right at about where we are, where we're going to have a little bit cooler temperatures.
I love it.
Yeah.
Heat dome, I kind of feel like the Miami Heat are kind of missing out. The heat dome?
The heat dome. The heat dome.
You can keep a heat dome. I like this cool, crisp, breezy weather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it looks like we're going to keep it this week, and I think we're going to get kind of warm. In fact, I saw some of the projected temps. You know, they flash them up on the screen. I thought I saw an 87. I was like, uh-oh.
No.
Somewhere down the pike.
87 with a skull and bones right next to it.
Yeah, you just like, it was a sweaty skull and bones. It was like, yeah. So it is going to be coming, but enjoy every day that you get, because right now it's looking pretty good. She got a lot going on. Your mom, Linda, is looking to come back to South Florida to hang out with you. Now, part of this, you say that she requires a lot of care. She's got a lot of energy, and she can take off going in multiple directions all at once.
Well, you saw her when she was here. She was out of my sight for about 15 seconds. And I looked at Denny's and I'm like, where'd she go? And he's like, I don't know. She was just here. She had made her way down the hall and gone into a closed door meeting with our biggest bosses. And me and Denny's from down the hall all of a sudden heard everybody singing the national anthem. She had gone in there and made our bosses stand up, put their hand on their heart, and sing the national anthem. These were like our big bosses that sign our check.
That is honestly like something out of a sitcom. I really wish we had video of that. That would have been absolutely amazing.
If I hadn't witnessed it, I would never have believed it. I'd be like, oh, yeah, right, sure.
Now, was this even like our market manager, the overall head boss?
Yeah.
She was up
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
The big boss.
The big boss.
And then David, and then Beth, and then all the big bosses of every department. They were in a meeting that had nothing to do with KVJ. It was like a boss meeting.
Oh, okay.
They thought it was sweet.
I had heart palpitations.
Sure, I get it. Yeah, because you're thinking, it's ultimately my responsibility.
Right.
And, yeah, you know how much work everybody's got to get done and how fast.
Exactly. And I don't want anybody being mad at me and she's not watching her stuff. So that's the stress I carry when she's in town. Like, I have to just make sure I'm on her 24/7, always. Just, we can't let her out of our sight. So the thought of her getting on a train and then getting on a bus by herself, mind you, is just horrifying. We can't be having all that. And her plan yesterday that she had come up with was she wants to go to Jazz Fest in New Orleans by herself.
Oh, really? Okay.
Now, it's the week. There's 2 weekends of Jazz Fest. There's the first weekend and there's a second weekend. She wants to go to the first weekend when I'm not going to be there.
Okay.
By herself. That was her plan. So she was going to take a train to New Orleans and stay at my niece's house, her granddaughter, and that person has multiple cats and dogs. She's allergic. But anyway, she was going to stay.
You see flaws in her plan.
So many flaws. And then she was going to go and navigate Jazz Fest, one of the biggest music festivals in the country, by herself.
How many people go there typically?
Hundreds of thousands of people.
Okay. All right. Now, one question is, what about your mom's husband, Frank?
So that was what my sister came up with. And she was like, look, we've got to put some rules in place, and we've got to get Linda to understand that she can't travel without Frank. And if Frank's not coming, she can't come because we can't watch her. We certainly can't. My sister can't stop her work and not go to her job and take my mom to the Jazz Fest. If my mom wants to do all this, Frank's got to come with her. So that was the rule we established yesterday. Frank's got to come with you if you want to do anything.
Okay.
So if she comes here to Florida, Frank's got to come. Frank's got to watch her. Frank's got to be in charge of her because I can't watch her 24/7.
How did she take that?
Not well, but she was going to go home and work on Frank.
Okay. So it sounds like she's buying into it. Like she understands that maybe this has to be it.
She does understand, but she told me, she said she was sad because she wants to be able to do things by herself. And I said, I get it. I get it. But as we get older, sometimes we have to lose some of our freedoms to replace safety. You lose freedom, but you gain safety.
Right.
You can't be out there by yourself. You're making bad choices. And she was sad, but now she's working on Frank.
Okay. She's got a new plan. She's got a new strategy.
So if Frank agrees to do this, they'll be going to Jazz Fest and coming to South Florida.
Does he like going out with her on her trips?
No.
He doesn't like traveling?
No.
He likes stay home?
Yes.
Okay. So it will be an effort.
It will be an effort.
Okay. And when will all this go down?
I have no idea.
Okay.
So in the next 2 weeks is Jazz Fest. And then, same thing. Rocco's first communion is right after this date that she wants to go to Jazz Fest. So.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, good luck.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
We got to get Frank on the radio because that'd be funny. I would love to hear him talk about where his mental state is with all this.
Does he just kind of check out? Like, what is their life like when they're both home together? What does that look like?
I think he really takes care of her. I think he puts everything in place to make sure that she doesn't hurt herself, do something stupid. He's hidden the car keys so she can't drive anymore. But he's got to do the same thing we do when she's here, like keep an eye on her, watch her, make sure she doesn't do anything wacky.
So what does he do in his free time? If he had to choose, what is he doing?
I think he's taking up a lot of vodka.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a drinker?
He's getting into this vodka screwdrivers.
Oh, so he just stays home and just hammers it home, huh?
He probably just needs to decompress.
Wow. Okay.
They'll watch movies. He'll hang out with her.
Yeah.
But then, it's a lot. It's a lot. You need vodka.
Do you drink more when your mom is here? Or less because you have to pay attention to her?
At night, after we put her to bed, we do have more.
Okay. All right. Well, Virginia, it was last week that you came in here. You were talking about this jaw massage that you could get that you had seen Leanne Rimes doing. And it apparently released something in her that made her start sobbing like crazy.
So when I went to this thing last night, it's like supposed to be like a breathing neurological reset, like getting all your chakras in alignment. And, I was kind of like walking in a little skeptical because you know me, I'm not like a total hippy dippy, but I'm open to stuff working. If it works, then I'm impressed.
Now, are you seeking out massive stress relief right now? Because this is the second thing in 2 weeks that you come in that is supposed to do something similar. It makes you just sob uncontrollably.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely I'm seeking stress relief.
Yeah.
And the Leanne Rimes thing looked very appealing to me. And as soon as they started explaining it, like we laid out like on these yoga mats or in this room, it's very peaceful, dimly lit. And they've got like all these like sound bath equipment set up, a big Asian gong.
Yeah.
It's very like yoga and peaceful. There's like 12 ladies, all these yoga mats. We're all just sitting there like kind of peaceful. They start talking about how open your mouth and start rubbing that area where your jaw meets your jaw. And that's the area that Leanne Rimes had released. And she started crying. So they're like telling us to massage that and open our mouth and breathe and do these breathing exercises. And the stomach goes up as you inhale. The stomach goes down as you exhale. I was apparently breathing wrong my whole life. I'm trying to change now how I'm supposed to be breathing.
So what did you learn for your breathing? How were you breathing wrong?
So I was breathing. So I would inhale and then exhale, and my stomach would go out on my exhale. Your stomach is supposed to go out on your inhale.
How's that possible?
Thank you.
I don't even think I can do that. It feels like a trick.
I was struggling.
I just tried that. I'm like, I don't think I can do that.
I was struggling, but I tried it, and it really was, as I was trying to get in the rhythm, it really did start to work. And I'm rubbing my jaw, and I'm doing my breathing, and they're bringing around this vibration tool, and they put it on the 7 areas of your, like, chakras. And this thing is, like, vibrating. It's like metal, and you start to feel it in your bones.
Now, what is a chakra? What is it? Did they explain that?
I think it's like your neurological center inside of your body that gets all out of whack with stress or aggravations or physical pain. You can like throw yourself out of alignment. And by doing this, it's supposed to reset you, center you, get you back to like where you're feeling like yourself again. And you've released all the toxins.
Oh, it sounds lovely.
It's very hippy dippy.
Played ball with a guy named Shakra.
Did you?
He's actually real good.
First or last name?
First name, yeah.
His first name is Shakra?
Yeah.
Where's he from?
I believe Venezuela.
Okay.
Okay.
How about that, huh? All right.
It was hippy dippy and it was trippy, but about halfway through it, I just start bawling uncontrollably. And I don't know where that came from. I don't know what it was that I was holding on to, but I wasn't the only one. There were other ladies in the class also. They were crying as well. And everybody was like, whoa.
Did you know you were going to cry? Was that planted into your head?
No.
They said that maybe before you did it, that some people do cry and then you just brought yourself there?
Nobody told me anything about crying. Not my friend that brought me, not the teachers as they were explaining everything and walking you through the breathing. I just started crying on my own. And I thought, because you're supposed to keep your eyes closed the whole time. You don't open your eyes. And I didn't. I didn't want to cheat. I didn't want to mess it up. You leave your eyes closed the whole entire time. And it's 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how long it takes to release your chakra?
That's how long it takes.
I would probably take a nap. What do you do for 2 hours? Just breathing and rubbing your jaw?
You breathe and you're vibrating and they
Vibrating?
take you on
How are
this,
you vibrating?
your body starts vibrating on the inside from this metal thing they put on your chakras.
Wow.
It was hippy dippy trippy.
Okay.
I think you should do it. I think Jbird should do it. I want my husband to do it. I think it was such a neat experience. And the coaches were like so good and guiding you through it. And the music was awesome. Like it was such a cool experience.
Yeah, I don't need any more reasons to cry.
Right. I might have stopped. I might spend 8 hours. He's still in there bawling. What do we do now?
At the end, you have to like hug yourself.
Oh, come
and I was
on.
like,
Really?
I'm good.
But it was good, though. It was like a release. I was holding all this stress inside. And
Yeah.
afterwards, I walked out feeling light and so much better. And isn't that what we're all just trying to do, is feel light and better?
So that was it. So you felt like you walked in with Bird and you felt like when you walked out, it was gone.
Absolutely.
Not everybody wants to feel light and better.
No?
A terrorist, I don't know. They're kind of mean.
I think if
that
terrorists
edge.
did this, maybe they wouldn't terrorize so much.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. That's the plan. That's the torture we put all through all these terrorists. We just do chakras on them.
And I went in
And make
like
them cry.
skeptical.
That saves the world.
Yes. That's what they should have been doing at that camp in Cuba that whole time.
Hug a
They
terrorist.
should have been in there rubbing their jaws and making them breathe with weird contraptions on them. Get those chakras.
You let me know if either one of you want to do it. It was pretty cool.
How often do people do the chakra release? Does it take a while for it to build up before it's effective?
Now, I don't know all that. I can
Okay.
just tell you from my own personal experience, I think I really needed it.
Okay.
And I really got what I needed.
Okay. Now, I had heard that from other people that have talked about doing the, was it a long jaw massage or whatever that name was for it?
Yes, deep jaw release.
Okay, deep. That was it. Yeah, deep jaw release. It actually is kind of painful.
Yes, I heard that too. But you know what? After what I did last night, I'm ready for it. I want to go do it like today.
Okay.
I'll take the pain.
You were ready to do that again.
I am totally ready to do it.
But don't you
because
feel like you just did it with your chakra move?
I want more.
Okay, you want more crying.
It's like a drug.
Really?
I want more of that release because I feel like I still have some more to give.
When's the next time you think you'll go back?
I don't know. I'm going to look into it and book it. I want people to come with me.
Huh. Okay. It sounds very interesting. I mean, you know.
I put up a little video. I couldn't video like the experience of it because you're supposed to have your eyes closed and be focused on it. And they were like, no, put your camera away. You can't do all that.
Yeah.
But I got like the front end and the back end, and you can see a little bit of the teachers of the people that did the whole exercise. So I put the link there if anybody wants to come join me anytime I go next time.
Okay. All right. This could be your new thing, huh?
It felt so good.
You think you'll start turning into a hippie on us? Doing ayahuasca?
If that's hippie, I'm fine with it.
Oh, wow. She's going to turn into Aaron Rodgers over here. That's going to be something.
I don't know about that.
But can she throw like him, Kevin?
I don't know. It'd be amazing if you can start all of a sudden throwing a football like that. I'm going to do my chakras.
My athletic days are behind me.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the quickest way to unalign your chakras, I believe, might be driving through South Florida traffic.
You need chakra alignment after you're on 95.
Yeah, no, you definitely do. And some of the cities are getting to be pretty bad. It seems like we are putting greed ahead of everything else. And as we put up towers, it seems like a lot of times we forget about infrastructure. I know Miami, they got their own construction problems is going on there, but they continue to put up towers. In West Palm Beach, I don't know who they're trying to catch, but maybe Miami, maybe Fort Lauderdale. I don't know, but they're putting up a lot of towers. And the biggest question that I have is, what are we going to be doing about all this traffic that is going on? Because I don't think the roads were built for what we have to go in there to get people to work.
They definitely weren't. If you drive anywhere now in Palm Beach County at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., it's gridlock in areas that never used to be gridlock. It's crazy. And God forbid an emergency vehicle needs to get through. I don't know what's going to happen then.
Yeah, I just don't know why it doesn't seem like we're really prioritizing mass transit in South Florida like we should. It should be a bigger discussion.
You're right. They've put profits over actually serving the community and having an urban plan for the growth. And I think that's just because these buildings and these builders are just making money hand over fist.
Well, I guess the plan that West Palm Beach has is smart traffic lights. That is something they're going to try to be doing. This is a plan I've heard of before, but it sounds like this is something they're going to be escalating with all the new developments going to be happening downtown. Now, they say that what's going on right now on Okeechobee Boulevard near I-95, about 76,000 vehicles are traveling through there every single day. And it's, what is it, 3 lane, something like that, 3-4 lane?
Yeah,
probably.
like 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Okeechobee at 95.
I think at least one of those is a turn lane. I'm talking about as you start to get right by the convention center.
Oh, okay.
Try to get into downtown. That's where it really seems to bottleneck. It seems like that might just be a 3-lane road with a couple turn lanes to get into other places.
Yes.
Now, the interesting thing is how they do this. I guess the system uses road sensors and cameras to monitor traffic in real time and automatically adjust signal timing, giving longer green lights to busier roads and improving flow on side streets.
Okay, I like that.
I do too. I hate when I'm sitting there at a light and there's no one else around you, or you realize it's way out of whack, that there's a lot more cars right there that need to go than right here.
That's when I like to run the light.
Yeah.
When there's nobody coming.
Right.
I feel like, brrr.
So what they'll be doing is installing smart signals at more than a dozen intersections between I-95 and Flagler Drive. Now, this is going to happen by the end of this year.
Wow.
So this is going on pretty quick. It sounds like the cheap approach to not actually having to address mass transit. So I think they're saying, let's try this first to see how it alleviates the problem.
It's better than nothing, though.
They'll then put in 8 more along Quadrille Boulevard. They say hopefully they'll see a easing of gridlock, that the commutes will be better, and they'll hopefully expand the technology to other congested areas across Palm Beach County, which, I mean, if you can do this and the tech is there, it's definitely needed. I think every place in South Florida.
I agree. But don't just do it downtown West Palm. Put it everywhere. Put it all over if it works.
Yep. And the other thing, I don't know that it would help congestion because it is congestion, but it looks like they're talking about doing some of the robo-taxi stuff in South Florida. Now, I've heard mixed reviews. I saw those when I was in Austin. They had the Waymo taxis, and there have been some problems where they get stuck in traffic or they drive through a police situation, like a hostage is being handled and guns are drawn, and here goes your Waymo taxi.
They've got them in Tradition in Port St. Lucie, and they benched them for a little while. I think they're back. But I think they hit a pedestrian. So
there's that depressing factoid we wanted.
That's the problem. When you have a driverless car, you better make sure it doesn't hit a person.
But to be fair, we do have to say how many driverless cars are hitting pedestrians versus cars with drivers. And if you can reduce it with driverless cars and we're hitting less people, then it's an ultimate net gain, right?
Yes, but every time a driverless car hits a person, they are going to fall under deeper scrutiny.
Yeah. Well, there's a self-driving company that Amazon owns called Zoox, and it's going to be expanding its robo-taxi program. They're going to be testing rides in Miami later on this year. They say it is designed without steering wheels or pedals. So I would assume you could cram more people in. Right?
Somebody sits in the driver's seat and there's no wheels or steering wheels or pedals?
I would think so. Yeah,
That's
I don't think there's
freaky.
any kind of control.
That's freaky.
I mean, I guess you think about it, you could do all the steering mechanism from inside the dash, right?
They don't even have working windows. It's just, it goes completely dark.
It's just, yeah.
The one in Tradition in Port St. Lucie had no steering wheels and no pedals. It was kind of like, the trams at Disney that you get in, or the tram at the Atlanta airport that you get in.
Yeah.
And it's just people and there's a few benches. That's what it was like in Tradition. No wheel, no brake, no gas.
It might be the future of the roads in South Florida is those kind of trams. Now, the thing that stinks is if you go to other cities like Chicago, they have the elevated train. So you have trains that are moving people, but it's above the streets. And we're going to be moving people, but on the streets. And I don't know if that's why that's going to be ultimately a good enough solution.
I'd be so shocked if somebody knew what movie this was from.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sound of an elevated train. That's an elevated train.
Fugitive.
My man nailed it. Wow.
Good
Very
job.
impressive.
Okay.
Wow, that was obscure.
Okay.
That was good.
I got a few in me left. Yeah, so they say the initial rides when they roll it out restricted to employees, family, and friends, and then they're going to open up to the public a little bit later. So we'll see, and I don't know that I love all these self-driving cars just because you're not necessarily helping it out. But if we start doing smart traffic lights that move things with people. Look, a lot of the problems in South Florida, it's idiots behind the wheel. It really is. When you see sometimes cars that are just stopped and traffic's not moving, it's some idiot that's doing something really stupid. You're like, if we could remove human error from our roads, maybe we are okay. Maybe it's all the human error that we have. Somebody said Tradition, they've got one of those right now.
So they're back.
Yes.
Okay. I know they benched him for a little while and then they brought him back, and I don't know how much back they are. Are they back full force the way they were? Because they rolled them out full force in the beginning and there were quite a few. It was cool.
Yeah, who knows? Now, some of the experiences, somebody said I took the Caltrain from downtown San Fran to the Super Bowl. It was $14 one way, and this was on Super Bowl Sunday.
Wow, that's a bargain.
They said, eat it, Brightline.
Eat it is right. You'll never find a $14 fare on Brightline anymore.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting. I guess it's how fast we can do this. Now, another comment said there were way more cars in downtown Miami during the UFC fight at the Kaseya Center, and it was stuck because there was a cop directing traffic.
Oh, no.
Cars had to go around it, and it was a huge problem.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so, those are part of the issues, and that might be something, too, where they have to program that because they can't read human instructions like that you can't have. They would have to block off that a Waymo car or taxi could not go around an arena, which that would defeat a lot of the point of where you have to move people.
They want to go to the arena, and the car won't go to the arena.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see. They're trying to do something. We'll see if it's going to be enough. I'm not sure this is going to shock you, but one South Florida city has been named as the most dishonest in all of America. If you had to take a guess, Virginia, what do you think that South Florida city might be?
Dishonest?
Yes, most dishonest.
Show me Fort Lauderdale?
Fort Lauderdale. It is not Fort Lauderdale. No.
Miami.
It is Miami, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I am stunned by that, but we score very high for fraud. We score very high for spam call rate. And I got to tell you, honestly, like, my phone is, I don't even know what's going on with these days. It's so ineffective. I agree. It just keeps coming up. But I receive, I'm not even kidding, probably about 20 to 25 bank loan rate approval calls every single day. It's to the point it's ruined my phone because I don't even look. I'm just trained to be like, when I see a message has come up, it's a bank rate. So I'm missing so many great calls, but I just can't weed them all out now.
I put that thing on my phone. Rocco showed me how to do it, where it's kind of like a phone screener. The person has to say their name before I'll pick it up. Yeah. And if I look down and I see their name and it's Darla from the loan processing department, I'm like, Darla, I ain't got time for this. click, and I just press the cancel button and it hangs right up on her.
Yeah, I got that, but what it does is then if I look at all the messages I've had, it still stores it as one of the messages. And that's where it is. Like, my eyes have to scan quickly through like 28 messages, and maybe one of the 28 will be a call that I need.
It's so annoying.
It really is, because it's rendered my phone ineffective, and I just don't even know what to do with it. I go through and I block each number. And
it doesn't matter. They call from a different number every time.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. The other problems that we've got, infidelity is big in Miami.
Shocking.
They said, can you believe it? They said Miami was the second highest of all cities for cheating websites. Second highest. We love all those Ashley Madisons and all that.
It's almost like the new Hollywood. People go down there to get their whatever.
It has taken
shine.
on. Yeah, it's taken on a different energy. Yeah, I mean, we compete with. We are Vegas. We're in L.A. We are, right in there with all that.
It's a new Sin City, like Vegas.
Yeah,
it's a place where you go to be naughty.
In fact, Vegas is probably saying, you know what? No, you guys are your own thing. Don't group us in with your bunch.
It actually makes me like Fort Lauderdale so much better.
Yeah, well, it's a different energy. I mean, you're going to deal with fraud all the way through South Florida, but you think about what's going on with cryptocurrency and everything else in Miami and the businesses that happen. A lot of them are international. A lot of them are very questionable. So you've got all that's going on as well. And then Miami's just one of those places. It's just, I guess people just love to cheat on their partner.
It's easy to hide in Miami, too. It's so busy. You blend in. You can hide your little secrets down there.
Mm-hmm.
Concrete jungle.
Yeah.
Vegas is only 3, so try harder, Vegas.
I feel like they do.
They're trying hard. They're like, we can't catch you guys. You guys are just your own thing, man.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Because we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. Well, Katy Perry had that song, I Kissed a Girl, and I guess, at least for a minute, she was experimenting, being a little naughty and touchy-touchy, and whoa. When I heard the story yesterday that Ruby Rose, the actress, was talking about something that happened more than a decade ago in a nightclub in Australia, I was like, what's going on here? She said that she was basically assaulted by Katy Perry, and it's pretty graphic what she says Katy Perry did to her. I won't get into a lot of the details, but just trust me on this one. It's not just I kissed a girl. It's a little bit heavier than that.
It's heavier than it's a woman's world and red off all right.
Yeah, Ruby Rose is her name, and she said it's taken her this long to speak out because she was so traumatized by it, and it was just so intense. She says, this is her account of it now. We haven't heard the full story. A rep from Katy Perry is saying that these are false, they are dangerous and reckless lies, and that Ruby Rose has done this before, making serious public allegations, claims that have been denied by other people, and that this is just what Ruby Rose does.
Yeah, she has made some other allegations, right? I believe her popping off about a couple other things, but it doesn't mean that this didn't happen. Now,
right.
They say that she's got apparently some other eyewitnesses. Now, that'll be the question, how credible that will be. Will anything come of this? Now, to me, I think you'd probably need video or photo to show it happening to really slam dunk and solidify it. It is so long ago.
It is so long ago, and I think the problem is if you don't have videos or pictures or anything like that, and you've made the same accusations against other people, people might not believe you, Ruby Rose.
But here's the problem. Katy Perry's got a reputation of doing things that are cringy and borderline, running up to American Idol contestants and kissing them.
Right, yeah.
When they didn't ask for it. The one kid was a virgin. And, he was like, oh, my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe this.
Yeah, that's why this will be interesting because I think if you dug through both of their pasts, you'll find Ruby Rose has made other allegations against against other people, but you'll notice that Katy Perry has done some questionable things where you would say maybe, especially if she'd been drinking, which they were saying that she might think this is just funny, but it's going way too far. And it sounded like maybe in that era, remember with the song I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It?
Yeah.
That she was really thrusting forward with doing some things which this would cross into that with Ruby Rose.
She was leaning into it, method acting her song.
Yeah.
Now, do we give her a little bit more grace because she's an astronaut, or no?
Yeah, I don't know if this really helps you out. Yeah.
Well, Alex Cooper is publicly calling out Alex Earl. It's the battle of the powerful Alexes.
Uh-oh.
And Alex Cooper is like, look, Alex Earl has been going all over social media. She's been liking posts that are very negative about me, indirectly keeping this drama going, super passive aggressive. And Alex Cooper just put it out there and said, say what you need to say. If you've got something to say about me, instead of making it sound like there's some big drama thing behind the scenes, they almost worked together. They almost had a whole thing together. Something went wrong. We don't know what exactly it was, but Alex Cooper is like, say what you need to say instead of being so fake and passive aggressive. Is Alex Earl going to respond, Kevin?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, I'm not sure what story is worse, the Katy Perry one or this one.
I imagine she might, and what would be interesting is if this is just the two of them cooking up something to try to get some attention.
Is this real or is this fake? Because here's what I think. I think it's real because neither one of them has talked about it and they had plenty of opportunity. Their breakup happened in 2025. You're talking about a long time ago in the world of TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but social media people usually don't do fake feuds to get attention or engagement.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. You can say what you think it is. I mean, but does this statement say a bunch of nothing completely with what she has to say? This is Alex Cooper here, I believe, with a little bit of her commentary.
Hey guys, you guys know I don't usually address this kind of stuff because it feels like a waste of time, and honestly, it's embarrassing to participate in this, but I am obviously seeing the videos, I'm getting tagged, I see the DMs, I see the comments, so at this point, it just feels long overdue. Alex Earl, hey girl. The passive aggressive reposts and the likes and the commenting on things, I gotta call you out here. You're gonna need to get specific and just say what you gotta say about me. There's no NDA. No one is stopping you. Stop hiding behind other people and just say it yourself. What's the beef?
Okay. There you go. Say what you need to say.
I love a good beef. These girls
I do too, and this isn't
powerful.
one of them. I love a good beef. I don't think this is it. I think we need to get 50 Cent in here to make it better.
I don't even. I can't.
I'll keep you posted. I'm sure we'll have a statement from Alex Earl soon, I hope. And finally here, Tim McGraw is stepping back into acting with a major new TV role. I like this. Tim McGraw as a villain. He's been cast in the upcoming Southern Bastards. It's going to be a TV show on Hulu where he plays a powerful high school football coach who secretly runs a violent crime operation in a small Alabama town.
Okay.
Kevin Bacon's in it.
What?
Yeah.
Is he going to be dancing?
This sounds like a Kevin Ralston kind of show. It's a football coach. Yep. It's a crime operation. Yep. It's a small Alabama town.
Yeah, it's all me. It's everything I do. Yeah, and honestly, he's fantastic. He was in the movie Friday Night Lights, and I think it was while he still was drinking, because he had like a drinker's dad bod, and he was an angry drunk, and he played it very well.
Are you talking about Kevin Bacon?
No,
or the
I'm
other
talking
guy?
about Tim McGraw.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, Tim McGraw.
Yeah, we're here for it. So look for it. Southern Bastards on Hulu. And it looks
name.
good.
Okay.
But you're saying Kevin Bacon's going to be a part of that project.
Yeah, he's already in it. Kevin Bacon plays an estranged father.
You could argue Kevin Bacon has had the most solid acting career of all time. Fight me.
Yeah. You could make the case. If I really sat down and put it through with everything that he's done, going all the way back to his Footloose. I mean, he was acting as a teen, and everything he's done, Animal House,
And
way early.
Still acting and still doing good projects.
A quality project.
Talented.
Yeah.
Super talented man.
And the thing that's amazing, he does it on his own terms. He doesn't live in Hollywood. He lives on a farm. And I think he and his wife listen to country music and make videos.
They do. They play on their farm and sing together, and it looks very cozy.
Hanging out with goats and and then he gets a call. They know where he is and like, hey, you're like the best. So
He's solid.
yeah, he's done it right.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
This just in. Alex Earl did comment.
Oh my gosh. Kevin, do we have the audio?
She said, quote, okay, on it.
That's it? Oh, wait, we don't have a comment. We just have, okay, it's coming.
Okay, on it. That's what you get. That's what you get. This is shaping up to be the world's worst beef that we've ever. Like you said, I think you need 50 Cent to come in and be a beef coach. Do they have that? To be like, no. That's not how you do a beef. That's terrible trolling. This is just going nowhere. Nobody cares.
I care.
50 Cent, come in here. Make this happen. We need to have one of these girls shoot the other one in the foot.
Oh my gosh.
That's how you step up a beef.
I mean,
Gun violence between two little white hot blondes.
It's got to be in the foot someplace. Talk to Offset. He knows how to get shot and not really count.
I don't think Kevin's promoting violence, but what Kevin's promoting is a storyline.
I am. I'm just promoting better beefs.
You want it to be deeper, more
Yes.
meaningful. This is too surface.
No, ladies. Give us better beef. We deserve more than what you're giving us.
All right. I hope they're listening, Kevin.
Okay, we'll see. Well, when you start your kids' financial literacy lessons, might determine how they are with money a little bit later on in life. In America, they say that parents are starting their teens with a savings account at around the age of 13. Does Rocco have any kind of savings account yet?
So he did. We had one with an endorsement that I was doing, but it was kind of expensive. It was $5 a month to maintain it, and they gave him a little kid credit card, and it gave him little lessons to do and financial responsibility quizzes. And so I think the concept is good. I just don't know if $5 a month is a bargain.
Okay.
And I think that maybe we could teach him the same thing for free.
Yeah, I guess that's just it. It's will you do it? What kind of discipline will you have? Sometimes if parents don't have great financial literacy as it is, it's kind of hard to teach what you don't know yourself.
You're right.
So what are the right things? They say in America, the average age for the savings account around 13, debit cards starting around 15 and a half. And they say a lot of kids now are getting credit cards even before they become an adult. Usually by the age of 17 and a half, that's when the parents should have it. Now, one comment said, giving your kid a credit card is a great idea if they're responsible. Putting them as an authorized user on your credit card will allow them to build their credit, especially when you have good credit. Keep in mind, it will negatively affect them if you have bad credit. I had my daughter as an authorized user at 12, and at 19, she already has a 760 credit score. Credit is built, even if they don't physically use the credit card because it's associated with you. Just make sure that you're using it properly and making payments on time. And you'll do your kid right. So I guess that's the smart move. If you didn't know, like a lot of us, I don't think do, that's, I guess, the right way to do it. They say that checking accounts should follow at about age 15.8, almost 16 years of age, getting a checking account. Does everybody still have checking accounts these days? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are writing checks. I think everybody goes online for the banking now, right?
I thought so, but, maybe there's some value to it as well.
Unless I have to deal and pay for something, and then everyone's like, no, I do old school checks. Can you get me a check? I'm like, I have to go to the bank, and I'll see you next week, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of people are doing this. Somebody said my 15-year-old has 2 credit cards.
Whoa.
He's an authorized user on them, and he's not allowed to use them unless we're on vacation, and he knows he has a limit.
Okay.
So I think it's probably knowing your kid, too. Now, they say that despite all these beliefs, many teens lack basic banking tools. 25% have no savings account, 33% lack debit cards, and 47% don't have any checking accounts. And they say only 29% of parents feel very prepared to teach digital banking skills.
I was talking to a kid. They must have been 20, 21 years old. They had no idea what I was talking about when I brought up savings. They had no clue what I was talking about. Like, what's savings?
Well, I mean, now today, especially as people are living paycheck to paycheck, and it takes every penny you got to do anything. Yeah, I don't know that a lot of people were truly saving anything.
A lot of people don't have savings.
They say that budgeting is one of the hardest financial topics to explain to a kid. So a lot of times kids just look at you like, what do you mean save? I don't get this concept. Why would I do something so crazy?
I'm here to spend.
Let's go back to bartering.
I love bartering.
I've got this lasagna. Oh, you have a lawnmower? Let's trade.
I love that.
Do a little trade deal. Yeah, so that's when a lot of people are starting. But they say there's something new that you're starting to see. And, you know, it's kind of interesting because, you know, I've got a son that's going to be a senior in high school next year. And it's, you know, to that point, be like, okay, what do you do? What do you do? You know, do you send him off to college somewhere? And I'm a little torn on all that. Somebody even asked me the question yesterday. I'm like, I don't think we have the answer yet.
Where does he want to go? Does he express any interest of maybe staying home and commuting to college or leaving and going to a big university?
Yep. He wants to go to Hard Rock University. I think they're right off the turnpike somewhere.
Do they have a gambling school?
I think that's what he wants to do, yeah.
They probably really do have a gambling school somewhere here in the States. You just have to kind of...
They do have a place where they do train you, and honestly, dealers can make pretty good money, so...
Does he want to be a dealer or does he want to be a patron?
He wants to be a patron, but I'm like, yeah, you need to make the money, not lose the money.
It's way more glamorous to be a patron with Kevin Daddy's money.
But does he have desire to play like any kind of college sport, or is it kind of,
You get really no response on about any question you ask him. Yeah.
He was doing football for a minute. He was like, I thought coming up the ranks to be a quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or basketball. There's no interest in that?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't know that he's pursuing it to that level to play at the college level. So, yeah, that's sometimes what a struggle is you're sitting there watching, you're like, okay, I want to help my kid. I want to be here and be there for them, but I don't even know what that means right now.
Would you like it if he played a college sport?
I would like it if he liked it. I want him to do something that's going to build the necessary skills for him. And I think when you make that decision too often, that's why I've been a little bit more of a backseat driver. I think sometimes parents can get too involved, and it's got to be about what you want to do in life and where you're going to go. Look, I've already been down that path where, you know, sometimes you can pay for education and then kids just decide in college they don't want to do that, and then it goes unused. And I think sometimes you can waste a lot of money and you can waste a lot of time, where if you can find a good valuable career field to get into immediately and start making money, you can start building that equity and that seniority to then make more money. And if you go to college, sometimes you could lose 4 to 6 years on your competition in that same field because they went right after it.
You're so right. I had a family relative that would always try to push ricotta cheese on me. 7, 9, 10 years.
Yeah.
And I hated it.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you're a ricotta guy.
If you don't eat it, you ain't gonna eat it.
I'm like, I don't like ricotta. You're eating ricotta.
Right.
I'm not a ricotta guy.
But what does he like besides gambling? In my house, we always had a rule. You have to do something.
Yeah.
You can't just be hanging out at home playing video games. So you have to do something. Do you like music? Do you like art? Do you like acting? Do you like something extracurricular has to be in your repertoire? You can't just sit at home, eat Doritos, and watch YouTube.
Yeah, we have the same rule. I just don't think that we've formalized what his next step is going to be. So trying to get that done, pushing on it.
There are places you can take him to have an aptitude test done where they will sit him down, they'll ask him a bunch of questions and figure out what his joy would be, where he is and what he's leaning towards. If he won't talk to you, Make him take the test.
I'm trying to do that. In fact, I've thrown probably about 5 or 6 career options at him based on what I think his skill set and interests are. And so, and
That's good.
Yeah. So he's usually just
young.
looking off into the distance, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure any of it's landing. But
I think that's a lot of teenagers.
Yes, especially boys.
yeah, there's just no reaction. It's like, all right, we'll try this conversation later again.
Definitely.
I think I've had it like 8 times.
Just the boys, not at all the girls.
Yeah, right. It's only boys.
Just the
Only boys don't know what they're
male
doing.
version.
The girls are way more verbal, I think. The boys at that age are just kind of like, okay,
Well,
I'm figuring it out.
The ones on this show are.
Yeah. Well, here's the crazy thing. They say that parents are now hiring career coaches years before graduation, trying to help their kids with resumes, internships, networking, interview prep, all that kind of stuff. And they say that some parents are paying as much as $50,000.
Whoa.
And that's just where it is. Look, you can get all crazy and get caught up in this. That's where I've just seen it, because having kids that are older, 10 years older than my son, I've seen so many parents that have run themselves ragged and crazy, throwing all this money at their kid, trying to get them ready for what their next career is going to be. And so often, I would say it's probably 70%, they wasted all their time and money.
It was an odd thing because I grew up in Lake Park and we struggled as a family just financially. We moved to Palm Beach Gardens and I couldn't believe the difference in just players with their equipment and how they got gloves and bags and all this stuff. And I'm over here going, hey, dog, do you mind if I borrow your shoes?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's why, honestly, I got to the point where I believe that, hey, look, there are so many great baseball players out of like the Dominican Republic that were playing with rocks and sticks, and now they're in the major leagues. And it's like, if you've got the passion, the desire, you don't have to have the best glove and bat out there. You can make it work on your own.
I can tell you this much. If you can catch a rock, you can catch a baseball.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Just don't catch it with your face.
Yeah, they say the entry job level market right now is so tough that parents feel like they need to do this because the competition's high and the hiring is slowed. So they're trying to do whatever they can to get their kids out of their basement or wherever they might be staying. And they say right now about 2/3 of parents saying that they're financially supporting their adult kids.
Wow.
2/3.
2/3.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. So that's the state of the world that we're in right now. So if y'all got any suggestions, I could use them.
Help. Help our man.
Sure, it's probably been done many, many times, but there was a video just went viral of a family trying to sneak an oversized toddler into Disneyland in Anaheim
They got this
in
baby.
a stroller.
They got this baby crunched up like it's back in the fetal sack.
I mean, yeah, you can see the kid's face is pressed against the back.
The kid looks to be about 3,
Yeah.
maybe 4.
Yeah, no, apparently.
They are crunched up.
Yeah, they're apparently trying to pass the child off as a toddler who can enter for free if he's under the age of 3. So that kid is over the age of 3. Otherwise, you wouldn't even have to bother with all that.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's more like a 4-year-old, 5-year-old.
Right. The kid's like, I got to fit and wear.
The kid's face is like pressed up against the thing, like.
Yes. But a lot of people have done this. Maybe you as a kid, you had to fold yourself into a space that you didn't think you could get into. Maybe you had to lie about your age. Steph said, my grandma smuggled us into the South Florida fair. The trade-off was we had to go grab as many freebies for her as we could. We had about 1,000 pens.
What are you going to do with 1,000 pens?
That was the, I guess, trade-off
Grandma.
to get into the South Florida fair.
My mom, she'd take us to the movies, and because we could not afford those movie theater prices, we would go to a low-budget dollar store and, I mean, load up with snacks to a point where I think some of them were in her underwear, some are in her purse, and it was a great time.
Yeah. You remember it fondly, right?
So fondly, yeah. We saved a lot of money.
Yeah.
One text said, we snuck like 20 people in the back of the car for Lion Country Safari. And then we put a 6-year-old in a stroller with extra blankets and said they were 3 so they could get it free. They're trying to hide their long-ass legs by putting other things. Oh, those aren't legs.
Tuck your legs, girl.
Made the kid like fake legs. Another person said, my kids are 2 years apart, but they always get mistaken for twins. At buffets, they're twins, both 9.
Oh, yeah, we did that move, too. There was a restaurant here locally, and if you live here locally, you'll know what I'm talking about. Wags.
Okay.
And kids ate under, you ate free if you were 10 or younger. And I was rolling in there like at 14. And
Right.
my mom would go, you tell everyone you're 10.
But you got facial hair,
I mean,
Mom.
Mom, I have so much facial hair.
Mom, I drove us here. Yeah, I remember there was always a cutoff. I don't know what and what reason they did that, but I remember the cutoff age for the adult prices at the movie theater is 11. At once upon a time, I think that was at the Movie Co. Theater.
That was
11.
a thing.
Yeah, I think it was at 11, where it's like if you're 11 or younger, kid price, older, had to pay adult prices. One person said, I told my son at River Ranch to pretend he was 8 when he was 6 so we could do the horseback rides.
Oh.
And then we ran into his Boy Scout troop.
Oh.
And then he had to pretend he didn't know them. They're all coming up to him, trying to talk to him, calling him by name. He's like, I don't know who you are. Leave me alone. What is he doing? What's going on? What do you mean he doesn't know us? We see him every Thursday.
When you create a web of lies,
Yes.
sometimes it gets you.
I gotta tell you, though, it kind of nailed it.
Megan said we used to have to sit on the floor of the van when we were parked in the hotel parking lot when my parents were doing registration because you're only allowed 4 people to a room and we were a family of 6.
Yes, we always put extra people in the hotel room and made them wait in the car.
And the number one place that parents have been smuggling their kids into, at least according to the stories, and maybe not so much these days because they're few and far between, but it's the drive-in movie.
Oh, yeah, the drive-in.
Are people still doing that? Is that got a resurgence or?
I only know of maybe 2, and I don't even know what the status is. I don't think I've gone to either one. There's one in Broward. There's one in Palm Beach that I know as far as drive-thrus, and they do swap shops and other stuff there and have other things.
But
and
like,
they would show the movies at night.
Like right now, are little kids listening going, oh, man, I want to go to one of those drive-in movie theaters?
Drive-in is cozy.
It was kind of fun. I mean, I used to do it when I was a kid. We had one. It was a big thing. In fact, my small little town had 2.
Oh, wow.
That was the only thing we were fancy about.
Well, nah.
Yeah. Well,
Bigfoot Festival.
that's true. That's
Now
something
you
to see.
have that. That
right.
Bigfoot Festival's huge.
You're right. I think it's a newer thing, and I got to tell you, your town has really responded.
And we used to have a thing, they call them hatchbacks, where the back seat would fold down. You see that kind of stuff. So my parents would pop the back, and we'd be sitting in there, and you have blankets and all that. I arguably might have enjoyed the drive-through movie better than going to the actual movie theater.
I agree.
Then you had everything. You had all the kind of food that you would want, and this was before you could kind of get these fancy iPicks, but the amount of money you could spend would be next to nothing.
And sometimes they'd always do like a creature feature. It wouldn't be a main movie. It'd be like some offshoot.
Yeah. Somebody texted in. They said the drive-in in Palm Beach is closed down.
Oh.
All right, so we've got one left.
Yeah, that's tough. So, all right.
Well, it's our fault. We didn't go.
Yeah, I think it's just swap shot and brown now. That's about all you got. So.
All of these people in my life acting berserk. I'm feeling all pissed off and hurt. I need to know if I am the jerk. Oh, am I the jerk? Oh.
Okay, so are you a jerk? And we've probably all been faced with this situation where you're in the checkout line somewhere and you could either be cool or you could be taken advantage of. And sometimes it can happen either way. Now, this person's saying, I was in the checkout line at the dollar store and there was only one employee working. She was going as quick and as fast as she could. She remained kind and polite the entire time. So I waited 10 minutes or so, holding my 4 items in my arms. When it was finally my turn, I received a tap on my shoulder. The man behind me asked to let him go first because you only have 1 item. Now, I was kind of taken back, so my response was, yeah, but I only have 4. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I've offered to let people go in front of me in grocery stores many times when somebody's order was significantly less than mine, but I had all the items in my hand. It wasn't like I had a card or anything.
The difference between 4 and 1 is not big enough to where he needs to cut you, but he's just being weird.
He gave me all kinds of attitude, too. It was so upset. It's like, what, really? What, really?
Oh, my gosh.
So he obviously mumbled something about me that I couldn't hear on top of it.
Oh, my gosh. It was not good.
So I'm just wondering, was I being a jerk or should I have let him go?
No, you're not being a jerk. He's just being a grumpy old man. And I think in the case like this, sometimes I just defer to the elder and let them go and not make a big deal of it. The time that it's going to take him to check out with his one item is so small.
Mm-hmm. So you let him go?
I would.
What do you think, Bird? You got 4 items. He's got 1. He taps you on the shoulder and he wants to go ahead and you've been in line for 10 minutes. Do you let him?
Honestly, probably just because
It's not worth the extra.
Yeah, I mean,
he's old.
To Virginia's point, who knows what he's going through?
Yeah.
If I'm at the grocery store, especially on a Saturday, I'm taking my time. You can go ahead and get your items.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't want beef in the aisle, and now I certainly don't want him back there mumbling stuff about me to other shoppers, and then I'm like, now I'm in a fight with an old guy in an aisle. Like, I don't need that kind of heat. Just go.
It depends on how big of a jerk is this guy being? Is he really coming at me, and is he saying things at me? If not, I let him go.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything until after he said no. And the ultimate question is, was this guy a jerk? I don't think he was. I mean, look, I mean, you've been waiting for 10 minutes patiently. You got 4 items. He has 1. It doesn't make you a jerk. Now, I might have let the other guy go, but you're not a jerk, I don't think, if you take your rightful place where we're supposed to be.
No.
Yeah, it would have been maybe a nice courtesy, but, I mean, how much longer is it going to take to ring up 3 more items?
30 seconds.
If that.
If that.
Yes. And I think a lot of people are saying that you're not a jerk. Gabriel said, hell no, that old bat can wait like everybody else. Stop being soft, KVJ. This is South Florida. It's the principle of things.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying, the person who's calling us soft. Some of us don't want to get into a fight all the time. Like the person saying, you're soft. I bet you any money you get into a fight with somebody every other day. That's your style. I don't want to go down that road.
You can diffuse it and it can be over and it's not going to matter. If you escalate it, now you're in a thing with some old guy that you don't even know in the grocery store and other people are going to see you and hear you. And is that what you want?
Cool. You got to fight with an old man. Oh, great.
You're going to look like the bad guy.
You won. Oh, great. You got your W. Go in your car and eat your sandwich angrily.
Mm-hmm. One comment said, I would just turn to the old man. I'd say, hey, I know you don't have a lot of time left, but you can wait right now.
Now that's funny. That's funny.
I know you're knocking on death's door, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, this person wanted to know if they were a jerk for throwing a coworker's plate away. It says, where I work, we have a small kitchen area. Recently, someone brought in food on plates and then just left everything sitting unwashed in the sink. Disgusting. After a few days, I sent out an email warning that I would toss these dishes in the trash if they were not removed by Friday. They were still there on Friday. So, in the trash they went. Well, now there's a coworker causing a big stink saying, I don't have the authority to do that and I should replace their dishes because they're part of her personal, quote, China collection, she called them. They're not China. They look like a Target markdown special. I wouldn't even buy her paper plates at this point. Am I the jerk?
No, you sent out a message. You told everybody if you leave dirty dishes in a sink at work and then you leave for the day at 5 p.m. or whatever, I think your coworkers have every right to throw your dirty dishes away. Clean up after yourself. What kind of mother raised you?
Yeah, in fact, I think most offices have that where they will send out a message. It's usually the office manager, and they say, hey, you've got a timetable. You got until close of business on this day to have those removed. And if you do not, we assume you don't want them and they're going in the trash.
We're not here to clean up your dirty dishes. It's not fair. And we're also not here to look at your dirty dishes in the sink with all that crusty food still on them.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it don't take long for food to get crusty on a plate.
It looks gross. Nobody wants to look at that.
Well, and the problem too, and then it smells.
Yeah.
And then you have sanitation issues.
Bugs.
Right. Yeah. It's, you really should. If it's a mistake, I understand it. But yeah, I think that if you don't get your plates, then you deserve to have them thrown away. And a majority of people agree. I said, are you a jerk for throwing away unattended to plates at work? And 90% of people said no.
Perfect.
All right. Well, if you want to sound off on what we got going on poll-wise, just go to YouTube, look for the KVJ Show. Make sure you subscribe while you're there, and please click that like button. We would definitely appreciate it.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. Well, there is a boy band documentary dropping tonight, and apparently in it, you're going to have all the major players talking about all kinds of things, including alcohol abuse, drug addiction, spilling the beans on financial manipulation, drama in the bands. NSYNC member Joey Fatone is executive producing it. It's called Boy Band Confidential, and it's a 4-part documentary examining the exploitation of all these young artists during the 90s boy band era. You'll see, of course, Joey. You'll also see Lance Bass, AJ McLean, Nick Lachey, and many others talking details. You can check it out. It premieres tonight and tomorrow on Investigation Discovery.
Could be an interesting show. Now, anytime they do anything about this, the immediate conversation about a reunion comes up with Justin Timberlake coming back, and Joey Fatone said, literally, we just said, hey, do we see anything happening in a couple of years of NSYNC? And that was a no.
No.
Wow. I don't know. Timberlake's had a rough go at it the last year or so. You might want to rethink his game.
Yeah, I think he needs to get through what his current problems are, and then he's got to figure out, okay, what am I going to be next?
If I was his PR team, I'd say, you know what? We're done with this solo for a while. Join NSYNC and go do that nostalgic tour, and people will get back on your side.
Yeah.
That's what you should do.
Look like a good guy again.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a selfish guy. Look like you want to help this group and be a team player again. I think that would be very good for Justin Timberlake's public reputation.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think his wife is hitting the street. I think she's leaving skid marks and leaving him. Is what everybody is saying.
Really?
She's done with him.
When you say your wife's hitting the street, in some circles, that
Yeah, I
means
thought she'd
something
poo herself and she's going to be a hooker. So that's what I got out of that.
She hasn't pooed herself or is turned to
street walking?
prostitution.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe
I was like,
she-
wow, what
she might
a
be
twist.
Looking for other options, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely looking for other options. Maybe I didn't say that right. And also here, Dave Chappelle is hinting that he might bring back the Chappelle Show. He said he would have said no a year ago, but now he is open to it. You'll remember when he walked away from that show, it was a reported $50 million deal. He said he was burnt out. He said there was creative differences. He said he wanted to do it one way, and the pressure of the network wanted him to do it a different way. But he said he's open to the idea now.
He's shown some shade at Key and Peele too, saying that they took his idea and basically, rinse and repeat on Comedy Central.
Well, if you're not doing it, somebody else can do it.
Yeah, I know that they were desperately trying to find a replacement for that. I mean, that left a huge hole in the lineup for Comedy Central, and they were, hoping, if you might remember way back in the day, that they thought Carlos Mencia might be that guy, and it just didn't pan out the way they'd hoped.
And he had it. Mencia, I think, had a 2 or 3 year run, and then he got caught stealing jokes, and it went terrible. He never recovered either. I've never seen a comedian go from such a high place to such a low place in such a short time.
Wow. Yeah. And finally here, Selena Gomez showed some major love for Demi Lovato at the It's Not That Deep tour. Video shows Selena sitting in the audience with a friend watching Demi's opening night in Orlando last night, smiling, locked in on the show. This is a very cool connection because these girls were very close back in like 2014. They were Disney stars together. They did Barney together way back in the day. They were very close. Then something happened. They kind of fell out for a while. But now they've connected back again, and I think it's a sweet moment when friends can come back around a decade later. Mm-hmm. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
It's time for viral audio.
Hey, yeah, beautiful hair.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
We got weights and fit. There we go.
Okay, how do you feel about the inductees for the 2026 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class? We've got Phil Collins.
Oh, yes.
Agreed. 1,000% should go in twice, by the way.
And he is. This will be his second time.
Okay, good.
He's already in for Genesis.
Nice.
This will be just him as a solo artist. Billy Idol is going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Definitely.
So is...
Definitely?
He's
Billy-
an inductee.
I'm saying, does Billy Idol deserve Hall of Fame status, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame status? I'm just asking the question.
No.
I agree with Kevin. I actually agree with Kevin on that one.
And I love Billy Idol.
Yeah, me too.
He has 3 to 5 amazing songs.
Yep.
I don't think that makes a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame career, though.
I love him. He's such an imprint on my youth.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm bringing bias to it.
He is. Look, I wouldn't mind seeing, because I've been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio, and it would be nice to almost have the inductees and then hey, these are people that were kind of cool in music, on your way out. It'd be like, oh, it's Billy Idol.
He's by the snack bar.
Yeah, right, exactly, yes.
I'm already seeing people yelling at me and Kevin going, Billy Idol absolutely deserves to be. And with everything you just said, I'm sorry. I agree with you. It takes more than 5 songs, in my opinion, to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oasis made it.
They deserve it.
Yeah. Now, that to me is no doubt. They've got a lot more hits than that, and they can still pop up into a live show and command 100,000 people to come see them.
Global beasts.
Yeah. Sade made it.
Oh, I love
Deserves
her.
it. Deserves.
Love her.
I agree. Luther Vandross.
Deserves it.
Yep.
Love him.
Joy Division / New Order gets in there.
Now
My panda would be like, yes.
Here's the one thing that sometimes people could argue. Maybe you can make the argument with Billy Idol, the influence that they had. Because there are some bands that didn't have a massive amount of huge hits that but to kids in that era, they knew every song. And so we may be saying marketable hits they may not have had, but underground hits that influenced a generation, they have. And so I could maybe go with that discussion. And maybe that's what you're talking about, because there are so many people reference New Order songs and Joy Division and the influence it had on so many bands.
My favorite is, I'm a joker, I'm a smoker. He went up there and Steve Miller, he went up there for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and all he did for his speech was destroy the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, trashed the group.
He trashed the entire industry.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice when someone doesn't give a F.
Yeah, like they're honoring him. He's like, nah.
Shove it.
I don't hate the Billy Idol's in.
I don't either.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. It's all right. But to me, he'd be on the fringe, or it's not a slam dunk. To me, Phil Collins, slam dunk. Oasis, slam dunk, no questions. Some of the other ones, you can make a good argument against.
I'm like you. I'm not trying to hate on Billy Idol. I just think when it comes to Hall of Fame, you got to have at least, 8 or 9
I like when you get to about 10.
Yeah.
And they're humongous songs that just are how did you, where it feels like it would be negligent to leave them out. That to me is when you just say, I just feel like it's not a complete Rock and Roll Hall of Fame if they're not in it. And you had that for a while. Remember Ozzy could never get in?
That's insane.
I'm like, you're not a legitimate Hall of Fame if Ozzy Osbourne is not in your Hall of Fame.
Amen.
I agree.
So those to me are the artists that have got to be in there.
Listen up, y'all, cause here's the sitch. It's time for another round of Do It, bitch. 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 Do it. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it, bitch.
All right, here we go. Fun little game today. Myself and Virginia going to be taking on Jbird and Denny's. The gamblers are the people that drive up the odds for their partner, thinking they know exactly how many they can get in just 10 seconds. Our gamblers today are Virginia and Denny's. Bird and I head-to-head.
Okay.
I gotta focus. I'm too busy fighting in the chat room about Billy Idol versus the Oasis.
Well, at least you're spending your time wisely.
Honestly, I feel good about my time.
You know what, I'm going to jump into that fight here in a minute.
I'm going on numbers. People are going on emotions.
Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, here we go. We'll get to that fight here in just a second. First, we got to do this fight, which gets pretty intense as well. Okay, so here we go. Our first topic here is going to be fruits with seeds. Okay, fruits with seeds. All right, Virginia, how many do you think that I can do in 10 seconds?
Kevin can do 6 fruits with seeds.
6. Okay. All right, over to you. Denny's, what do you think about Jbird?
Oh, there's a lot. Oh, I hear that. I think in the distance, I hear maybe a motorcycle revving.
He's revving it up. He's revving it up.
Oh, no. Is team full throttle in the house?
I hate some people are getting real annoyed about that. It's only going to make this bit even longer and stronger.
But I do agree with full throttle. I think we could do 7 on this side.
Okay, 7. All right, Virginia, what do you want to do with that? You want to raise or call?
Kevin can do 8 fruits with seeds in them.
Okay. Denny's.
I mean, gosh, a lot of them got seeds in them. I have to raise it. I'm gonna raise it to, I guess, 9 here.
9 fruits with seeds.
In 10 seconds.
In 10 seconds.
All right, I'm going to say do it.
I
don't think Kevin can do 10.
Well, I mean, I know I can't.
Well, let's just run out this clock then. Your time begins now.
Orange, grapefruit, kumquat, strawberry, blueberry, sunflower seeds, bananas, grapefruit, pink grapefruit, yellow grapefruit.
Okay. Fell short of the 9.
Close. Very close.
Fell short of the 9.
Thanks for the pep talk, Danny.
It was so close. We were right there.
Did. That was a challenge. All right, it is the first to 3. Virginia and I get the first point. Next topic, Denny's gets to start on. And we are going to go here with pizza toppings.
All right.
Do you need some keys? Because I know you want to probably make that car go loud.
All right, let's think. I mean, this is our wheelhouse. I'm going to start this one off at 8.
Okay, Virginia, what do you want to do?
Kevin can do 9.
Okay.
Zipper, 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 zipper.
I'm doing a little math in my head here.
What is zipper, 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 zipper?
I'm trying not to give out any clues, but I'm also trying to see how many I can rattle off here in my head. All right, so I'd be raising Bird to 10.
Yes.
10. It's just, I'm afraid he could squeak by. I am going to raise it to 10. We're going to do 10 pizza toppings.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Do it, Bird.
All right. 10 in 10. Your time begins now.
Onions, raw peppers, green peppers, pepperoni, cheese, extra sauce, pineapple, sausage, turkey, ham, Canadian bacon.
I think he got it.
Yeah, if we're counting on it.
Yep.
He got it.
All right, had to.
I know.
Good
I was
luck
just,
walking out of this building if he blows pizza toppings.
I'm afraid Sicilian Oven's listening. Oh my God.
They are.
Right on that one. Yeah.
Captain Crust better nail
I
it.
feel like
Those
that
all
was a
work.
setup.
I don't know. The chat room is definitely not on my side today after this whole Oasis fight.
Okay, the next topic that we have here is things you can recycle. Things you can recycle. Okay. What do you think, Virginia? How many can I name in 10 seconds?
Kevin can do 5.
Okay. Denny's, what about Jbird?
I think Bird could do 6.
6, okay.
Look at me, Riggy. Let me look in them eyes.
Right here, Virginia.
I think
right here.
I think you can do 7.
Do 7, okay.
7 things you recycle. I'll say do it, Kev. Just because I keep making Bird keep dancing.
Okay. All right. Paper, newspaper cans, bottles, pens, plastic cans, plastic bottles, paper clips, newspaper hats, pills.
There's so many random ones there, dude.
Not to want to challenge you, but
You're not taking newspaper hats?
Yeah, I said
Paper
newspaper
clips.
twice.
paper clips.
Newspaper and hats? Is that 2 different ones? Or did you say newspaper hats?
Newspaper hats doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Technically, I guess
I'll take that point away from me.
could recycle it or refurbish it.
I had you at 8, not counting newspaper hats.
That's tough. Yeah, I'd have to review the tape on that.
How do you feel as a player?
I mean, I can't do both.
Yeah, it's tough when
Answer,
you're...
judge. I don't even know what I said. I blacked out.
I'd have to review the tape.
You're taking like paper clips, pens, all that, right?
Pens. Yeah, I guess you could recycle them.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
Look, when we get like this, I say have the audience vote. And they don't like me right now after the Oasis fight.
I like when Denny's reviews the tape.
Yeah, I mean, I could go back and listen to it.
Okay, the last question was recyclable items. I had to get 7 in 10 seconds. The question is, did I hit the mark or not?
It's tricky because I wrote down the items that we had. Paper, newspaper, cans, bottles, pens, plastic cans, plastic bottles, paper clips, and newspaper hats.
Newspaper hats is way out.
So we're cutting that one out.
Newspaper hats way
Plastic cans, are we accepting that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, even
I
with
don't know
even
plastic
if you
cans, so
take
I'd take that out.
If you take both those out, we still got 7, which I think is what you needed to get.
Yes, Kevin needed 7.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta get out the those goofy items. Those are terrible.
So subtracting those, we got 7.
Okay.
You did
So
it.
that would give you the point.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds legit.
Okay. We'll take it then. All right, that puts us up 2-1 here.
Oh my gosh.
First to 3. Okay. Next up, this topic is going to be Denny's to start gambling on. We're talking about items that you find in a first aid kit. How many items you find in a first aid kit can Jbird name in 10 seconds?
I think Bird could do 6.
6. Okay, Virginia.
I think Kevin can do 7.
Okay.
Kevin can do 7. 7 items. I'll say do it, Kev.
7 items in 10 seconds. All right. Band-Aids, gauze, tourniquet, tape, ointment, tourniquet, tape, gauze, scissors, fingernail clippers. I know. What else you put in?
Alcohol wipes.
I don't think there's much.
Medication,
You got 6.
peroxide.
I could have said aspirin.
Yeah, aspirin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I got that one.
You got 6.
Okay. All right, it is tied at 2 apiece.
Of
Next
course it is.
point
That's what always
wins.
happens. Always.
How is it always so close and stressful?
Okay. Final topic is things that melt. Things that melt. Okay. All right, Virginia, we start this off. How many things that melt can I name in 10 seconds?
Kevin can do 6 things that melt.
Denny's.
I think Bird could do 8 things that melt.
Oh, look at the gamesmanship.
Yeah.
Okay. Virginia.
I just don't think Kevin can do 9 things that melt, so I gotta say do it, bitch.
Okay, Bird, to bring it home and get that dub, 8 things that melt in 10 seconds. Your time begins now.
Snowman, snow woman, a Wicked Witch of the West. You've got ice cream, yogurt, ice cubes, ice igloo. You've got people that are frozen from time.
All right, what did you guys get for a count? You needed to get 8 in 10.
I had 7.
I had
think.
7 as well, but I don't know. It all comes down to, is at the buzzer, people frozen in time that melt. That was right at the buzzer. I mean, like frozen cavemen. People, cave people.
Would that give me 8 if I got that one?
That would put it at 8.
Okay.
I mean, frozen people do melt.
I mean, it is true. It very much is true. It's
Well,
just,
technically, the ice melts. The person themselves don't melt.
Oh, damn.
Just saying.
Kevin got you on technicality.
I'm just saying.
Let the audience pick.
All right, we will give it to them. What do you think? Do we have all 8 or not? You decide the winner and who faces off against the punishment and do it, bitch. We'll see who that is going to be coming up next. Okay, do we have a winner here? The audience on KVJ TV on YouTube gets to decide if that final point counted. Jbird had to name 8 things that melt. And it was, People Frozen in Time, I think, was number 8, right? So that would be the thing. Was
ice,
that what it was? Frozen
right?
in ice.
Yeah.
Okay, frozen in ice.
thawing out like cave people.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and stop it right now, and we'll see, does that count? Did Jbird get all 8? And the audience says, yes, he did.
Wow.
Jbird and Denny's get the win.
Look at this.
All right.
They'll eventually melt. The people.
I'm shocked. I can only say thank you to the chat room. I thought you guys hated me because of the whole Oasis fight.
Okay. All right. So Virginia and I take the L. That means that we get the punishment here.
What is it, Denny's?
It is something that is going viral right now from somebody named Coffee Yogurt Boy. He's a content creator named Jordan Bernstein, and basically the losers play guinea pig today. He started combining cold brew with plain Greek yogurt, coconut water, cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. He started posting on TikTok, and half the comments said it's genius. The other half said it's absolutely god-awful, and I threw up when I drank it.
Oh, gosh.
So I guess we're going to figure out what it is here. Do you throw up when you drink it, or is it absolutely genius?
It's coffee with yogurt?
That's what it is.
That Greek yogurt.
Yeah. It's people who just think that, yeah.
Nothing against Greek yogurt, but disgusting. It is so gross to me.
But it's supposed to be good for you, right? Like it resets your...
That's why they're doing it. But look, these influencers, they're getting too clever. Like, you know what you can do? You can have a cup of coffee and have some damn yogurt for breakfast. We don't have to put them all in one glass and you walk around. I mean, first of all, it's ironically, I don't think it is going to melt. And I think it's going to be globby, and I think it's going to be gross. And texture is a big part of when something is gnarly.
And I honestly think a new show rule, if we do anything on TikTok, we all have to go in our car and act like, oh my gosh, guys, this is some Greek yogurt.
This is the
You're not
new
gonna believe
thing.
it.
Everyone's
oh my gosh.
doing it.
It kind of looks like bird poop, but
How hot
it's
is
like
the
so.
coffee?
Is it hot or cold?
Cold brew.
Cold
Okay,
brew.
cold brew. Yeah, it's cold brew coffee here at you do.
Kevin, Denny's did not hand you a hot cup of coffee and tell you to chug it.
Now, that would be something. Now, keep talking.
Burn your lips.
Now that's a punishment.
Well, it's kind of weird that they use cold brew because it doesn't dissolve the yogurt. I had to stir the heck out of that yogurt.
But look at you. You did it. Okay, chug, chug, chug. It's going down the hatch.
Kevin's eating it, drinking it. What do you
It's
think?
a lie. It is gross. Oh, it's not good.
Virginia putting it down.
Ugh. It's got a tang.
No, it doesn't. It, you know what it does? It's almost like a trick. It's like it curdles the yogurt in a way that doesn't feel like it's right. What is that yogurt? Is that fresh yogurt? Okay, that's what I was questioning.
Denny's gave you expired yogurt?
I did know. Honestly, after I put it down, I was like, what's the date on that?
No, yeah, I grabbed that. That's just regular Chobani yogurt.
It did have like a little tang to it.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I don't like Greek yogurt. It has that weird...
You know what? It actually mixes consistently better than I thought. I thought it would be clumpy, and it wasn't that bad. Denny's did get it mixed up, but the coffee flavor and the yogurt flavor is horrendous.
They don't go together.
No, they do not. And so I would not buy it. It's another trick talk. It is lies. Coffee Yogurt Boy's an a-hole.
Kevin wants to fight him.
Dude, it's terrible. No, thank you. Well, we got some whacked out news going to be coming up here in a couple of minutes. There's a couple other interesting stories, and, a lot of them tie into our seafaring ways here in South Florida. Did you guys see that that Brian Hooker was released from a Bahamian jail?
I saw that. So Is he allowed to come back to the States, or does he have to stay in the Bahamas while they investigate?
I don't know if they can. I don't know how they'd hold him. Now, the whole thing is, I'm not sure about when you talk about passports and things like that, but they held him for longer than I would imagine you could in the U.S., because they have had him for, what, like 5 days?
Or is it one of those things you'd hear back like in a 70s cop movie? You know what, Ralston? I wouldn't be leaving town anytime soon, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think that's maybe how they're saying it, so I'm just kind of curious. Maybe if somebody knows the international laws of that. Ugh.
Did you get a little yogurt on that one?
It is really turning my stomach now.
It's going to return on you.
It is coming back up. My mouth is watering in a bad way.
Do you need some cola?
Huh?
Need some cola?
What you got over there? Oof. Oh.
Do you need a garbage can?
I definitely need a breath mint.
Ugh.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I would be curious exactly what that thing is with him. Now, there are definitely a lot of suspicious things that have come up. And it all started with his wife, Lynette, with her daughter saying that Brian was controlling, had anger issues, and also said that they were really bad when they were drinking. And apparently they were in Key West. I know, being in the Keys, there's a lot of people drinking.
Yes.
And not in a good way. Like, there's a lot of excessive drinking in the Keys.
If you are bored today, just go on YouTube and put Key West drama drunk couple. You'll get about 90 minutes of content.
That's good stuff.
Got a lot of that.
Well, her mother, the dead lady's mother, spoke out and said last time she talked to her daughter was crying and telling her, I want out of this relationship. It's that bad.
Yeah, and there were newly revealed texts, too, from just a year and a half, 2 years ago that show Lynette feared being alone with Brian Hooker at sea and said their marriage had deteriorated during a brief separation.
Wow.
So she even, I mean, so you're laying down all kinds of circumstantial evidence, from the daughter saying that they were explosive when they were together. They had apparently had a domestic issue in 2015 that involved mutual assault claims. So you have a precedent of violence towards each other.
Not gonna lie, man. Ever since you've been talking about some of this stuff, two things I'm not doing with my girlfriend: going to the woods or going on a boat.
Yeah. If you have drama with somebody, don't let them take you in nature and dump you.
Well, I mean, the one woman that pushed her new husband within 6 days. Do you think that guy thought things were going to go that south?
No, none of these people see it coming, which is kind of surprising that you would get on a boat with him after you already said you knew it was dangerous.
Yeah,
you gotta put your foot down, say no.
Yeah, and everybody's saying that. It's just, I mean, come on. If you seriously are worried that this person could hurt you, it's just... You set up the environment where you're going to go on a boat with somebody and you know you have drinking problems. So let's get hammered in Key West and then take off on a boat.
You got to have the strength to say no and walk away from these abusers. And I know it's so much easier for us to sit here and say it now, but this is a trend and a problem.
Mm-hmm. I was going to go on this boat with this guy I just met. His name's Jeff Dahmer. He's real hungry.
Scary.
Yeah. And then the other story that is kind of wild that happened with the cruise ship. You saw where the stepbrother has been charged in the murder of his stepsister.
Yeah, they know he did it. And that's a horrifying story. That poor family.
Yeah, that's just really crazy, isn't it? That,
it's insane.
Something like that would happen.
And then he stuffed her under the bed and left her there for days and helped the family look for her while he knew she was stuffed dead under the bed.
Which is always a weird move, because that person who acts like they're helping out, who did it, they're in the media, they're talking, they always come off just a little sus.
It's crazy.
Well, I wonder, because I don't have any siblings at all, but that stepbrother, stepsister thing, where you're not blood related and you're relatively close in age, whether like maybe 2 years off. I think he was 16, she's 18. And they've charged him with first-degree murder and aggravated sexual abuse.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So, and on a cruise, I don't know what's going on. It sounded like initially they're going to charge him as a minor. They've decided to change. After that, now they're going to be trying him as an adult.
They're doing that a lot more when the crime's pretty horrific. They're going, all right, you're 15, you're 16. We're charging you as an adult.
That's crazy.
We got a lot of dangerous things happening around water here in the Caribbean, don't we?
Yeah.
It is pretty wild.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, cops got a little suspicious of this Florida woman driving in Hillsborough County because she was going down the road the wrong way. So they said, we should probably pull her over and see what's up. When they confronted her, they said, yes, license and registration. She gave him a Barnes & Noble gift card.
Okay, that doesn't work.
I don't know if he was trying to, bribe them or if she was confused and grabbed the wrong card.
Lady, you're going the wrong way on the street.
Yes.
Now you've given them your Barnes & Noble gift card. You might as well just put your hands behind your back.
You went from doing and getting just a DUI to making the whacked out news. Congratulations, lady.
Your family is so proud.
So proud. Well, a Florida woman who treated over 4,400 hospital patients while impersonating a licensed nurse has been sentenced to 5 years probation.
4,400 patients?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, she got away with this for a while.
5 years probation? Wow.
That's it?
29-year-old Autumn Bardisa of Palm Coast worked at Advent Health from June of 2024 to January of 2025 using another nurse's license number who shared her first name. Bardisa never held a valid nursing license and allegedly falsified records to secure employment and promotion as an advanced nurse technician. It's crazy that you could just kind of skim in there with just the name.
I wonder what happened. How did she get caught?
A co-worker discovered only an expired certified nursing assistant license.
Wow. So a coworker saw her probably giving substandard care.
Yeah.
And then looked her up and figured out that, oh my gosh, she's not who she said she is.
Yeah. She pled no contest to unlicensed healthcare practice and fraudulent ID use.
I feel like you should get more than just probation for that. You could have killed somebody.
I know, it's kind of wild. I was not expecting to read the word probation after 5 years.
Huh.
There you go.
That's all about your attorney, Kev.
Oh, yes, it does matter. Police in Bremerton, Washington rushed to what sounded like a tense burglary. A man had reportedly forced his way into a building, locked himself in a bathroom, and was yelling loudly from behind the door. Officers showed up. They didn't know what was going on. It has to be dangerous. They said, come out, come out. And when he finally did, apparently it turned out to be what police described as a, quote, crisis of the bowels.
I kind of thought that's where this was going.
It wasn't hostage. It wasn't murder. It wasn't a burglary. The guy just had to poo and couldn't get it out.
It was a vicious dump.
Oh, man.
Especially if you think you're alone and no one's around. You're letting it go.
Here's the crazy thing, though. He left in the cop car because they rushed him to the hospital for treatment.
Whoa.
I mean, that is massive constipation, isn't it?
That is.
I think that can be almost deadly at times.
Whoa.
Right?
Yeah,
Well, that took a
absolutely.
turn, huh? I mean, you walk. That's just what a wild job being a cop is. You walk in there thinking you're going to be having to shoot somebody, and instead you got to drive a guy to the hospital because he can't crap. I mean, that's just wild, right?
You're happy.
Oh, you're very happy.
You pick poo problems over gunfire.
God, this is a good day, but my goodness.
And the guy that can't crap, you know he was in that car talking about it. Like, the cop heard everything about this.
I don't know. Would you stop? How would you handle that? I don't know if I would talk anymore about it. Like, they don't want to hear about this.
I would turn the radio up and not engage.
Oh, my gosh.
That's going to be on body cam.
Wow. Indianapolis Metropolitan Police investigated a shooting Saturday evening at a Kroger location following what authorities described as a dispute over Pokemon cards.
Uh-oh. These cards are valuable. Some of them are very expensive.
It's getting crazy again.
When they got in there, they discovered a man in the store's parking lot with gunshot wounds.
Oh my gosh.
Got shot over a Pokemon card. They say that the shooting was targeted and originated from an alleged argument concerning Pokemon cards. They detained one person of interest at the scene. They're looking at everything else, but I'm wondering if it was a disagreement about how much you'd pay or if somebody tried to rob somebody, because those things can be kind of valuable, right?
Yeah, they can.
Oh, it was so funny because a kid I saw yesterday over at Publix, he heard me talking about Snorlax and said, I heard you talking about Snorlax. I love Snorlax.
That's great.
I think Snorlax is expensive.
Yeah, I think he's one of your top guys,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. You remember baby Jessica?
Yes.
We were old enough. We were like teenagers, but yeah, she was the girl that was trapped in the well.
Yes.
She's got arrested on Saturday.
What'd she do?
Domestic disturbance at her home in Texas. Now she got it's crazy. This baby Jessica now got a mugshot.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But
How old is she now?
They said she dug through the tunnel to get out of prison.
Yeah, she might. I think it was maybe 87 that she was in that well.
Okay.
And she was a baby, like maybe a year, maybe two. So, that was quite some time ago.
Oh.
So she's going to be in her 40s now.
It was a massive story. The news covered it. It was everywhere. That was a big story.
Yeah, probably about 38, I guess, your age. They say a 28-year-old man in the UK who drank 2,000 pints in 200 days says he bought a house from his social media earnings from boozing.
That's a hero right there.
I guess so. That is quite a hero. And here he is talking about how he got paid to drink and how much he got in calories.
We have nearly completed it. This is the final day. We are about to make our way to the Market Tavern to finish the challenge. We need 9 more points. We have spent a grand total of £7,964. We've drank a grand total of 362,362 calories.
Wow.
Wow.
He was getting that from social media views, which he invested. He's earning about 8,000 pounds every month just doing this challenge.
Good for him. He's following his passions.
He views it as a form of athletic performance. Okay.
Look, if it makes you happy.
I mean, you know what? I'm just upset I didn't think of it first.
Yeah, he's genius.
It's great.
If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad.
That's right.
Unless you get cirrhosis.
Unless it's murder or a drug addiction or a...
Right. They say a group of 8 runners in northern Utah set out to break a bizarre world record of visiting the most fast food restaurants in 24 hours, all on foot. They went across Salt Lake County, stopping at each location just long enough to buy a small item and collect a receipt. They said they had no driving, no repeat stops, and proof of every visit. They went to 176 restaurants and set a new record, turning a long-distance run into a fast food marathon.
That's kind of fun. You get your calories in between, running.
Yeah.
They probably got a bunch of views, too.
Sure. I mean, yeah, if you got time to kill and they're looking for something crazy. And I got to tell you here, Cox Science Center and Aquarium in West Palm Beach, look out because the University of Calgary just broke your Guinness World Record. They assembled 682 individuals wearing dinosaur costumes during their 60th anniversary.
Son of a biscuit.
Yep.
682 feels like a number that's beatable.
It is.
When Cox Science Center in West Palm did it, they did it at 468.
Okay.
So I don't know if they want to tee it up again and reclaim that record.
If you want to T-Rex it up again.
That's it.
I mean, we could definitely do this. We could team up with them and we could do it.
We could get 1,000 people there easily.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. You let us know. You don't want Calgary stealing our record.
Yeah, let's keep this in the States. USA, USA.
That's right, baby.
But
That's right.
Please don't make me buy the dinosaur costumes.
No, we have to buy 800 costumes.
I only have so many, and believe me, this is not the first time someone's asked me for a lot of dinosaur costumes. I'm going, dog, I can't afford that.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
don't know why this hits me so hard, but I saw that the original Pancake House in Palm Beach Gardens has closed.
Yes, I went in there and they're like, this is our last weekend. Last weekend was their last weekend.
Oh, man.
Now, they do have other locations. So
Right.
if you like to get your Dutch baby on, which I love
Right.
me a Dutch baby, there's other locations. Just the one right there on North Lake is done.
Yeah, that just bums me out. That was our spot. We were in a groove there for a while. We get out of church, which is just down the street, and we'd go there. My son Cannon loves that place. Like that's what's going to be on his mind. He's going to be crushed. Like he loves that spot.
It's a good spot.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, you just never know. Like whatever happens in some of these places.
People want a new fancy shiny thing, and it's been there for a while, and people just are like, okay, moving on.
I always talk about that grilled cheese place I loved. I would drive to Boynton or Del Rey. I always get them too confused, but
Yeah.
I'd go down there just for the grilled cheese. This place was always popping, and then out of the blue, I go there one day and it turned into a barbecue joint.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it was everything was gone.
it's crushing.
It is crushing, and it's kind of weird because I think about my emotions that I have right now, and we kind of got out of that groove. Haven't probably been since the pandemic, but it was what we had done for probably like every Sunday for like 5 years, and it was just part of it. It's just, and knowing it was there, driving by and be like, okay, it's still there, we're good. Even though we may not be there every Sunday still, now to be like it's not there, it's just, I don't know.
It was a friend. You drive by your friend.
It's weird. I feel like there's a little hole in my heart today.
I agree.
You're just like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this.
I was in there talking to the waitresses the week that they were closing, and they were sad.
Yeah, they're a manager. Used to be a KVJ Nationer. It'd be nice to just say, everybody was so friendly in there. It
Totally.
just had that feel. They still had where you got the menus and they had the crayons. And
Yep.
they had the little map of the world up there. I remember teaching Cannon about the map and all. I'm going to miss it. Shed a tear.
I loved all of that except for me trying to teach about the map because I think I'd get it wrong.
Okay, yeah.
Geography's hard.
What you got in your mind today, Bird?
So I'm going to say a controversial statement.
Uh-oh.
I love me some ruffles. I like plain ruffles. Now, there is a type of ruffle that's the cheddar/sour cream. I am sorry, y'all. They taste like gross feet. They smell like gross feet. Fight me if you think I'm out of pocket right now. Now, I know I'm going to get fans of going saying, I love that chip. Can anybody back me up and say how gross those ruffles are? So potent.
Those are some of my favorite chips. I love the way they smell funky.
They have a little bit of a farty smell to them. I don't get it.
I love them.
On paper, I should love them, and I don't. And I am a Ruffles lover. Sour cream, cheddar, fight me. Let's talk. And that's all I got.
Okay, yeah. And Virginia has to be food related. What's on your mind?
Oh, it has to be food related?
I'm just kidding.
Hold on, let me scroll through my notes.
I'm messing with you.
People think we have a food show.
I'm not doing that to you. You talk about whatever you want to talk about. What's on your mind? I'm just kidding.
So Magnolia called me yesterday, and she's like, Mom, guess what? And I was like, what? She's like, are you sitting down? And I was like, oh my gosh, no, let me sit down. What is going on? So she just got back from a leadership conference in Dallas with her sorority. And it was all these sorority girls, and it was all the leaders from all the sororities. And she had been sitting at this table with a nice group of girls. And you know, when you sit with people and you hang out with them, like maybe that night at your conference, you'll go back to your room and you'll follow everybody on Instagram because now you're friends and you want to follow each other on Instagram. And she went to follow this one girl that was sitting at her table that she was having lovely conversation with, and the girl was private, so she had to be accepted. So Magnolia said she didn't accept her right away. She didn't really accept her until after the conference was over. But then when the girl accepted her, Magnolia looked back at it and she was like, Mom, you're not going to believe who this girl is. Emeril Lagasse's daughter. You know Emeril, the chef?
Oh, yeah.
From New Orleans?
That's like your favorite, right?
That's my top restaurant.
Oh,
It's
no
like
way.
my favorite New Orleans restaurant of all time. Magnolia was sitting with this girl all weekend long, had no idea it was Emeril's daughter.
Yeah.
Loved her company. They're buddies now and had no idea it was Emeril's daughter until Monday.
So if you told her you got to befriend her and you got to come tight with this girl?
I'm like, Mags, you better get in there and you do whatever you have to do for us to get a relationship going.
I am going to work on a new KVJ theme song called Name Drop. Name Drop.
Yeah.
Virginia's doing another round of a name drop.
She must have to. It must be in her contract. I haven't read it, but it has to be 3 to 5 a day. Has to be. There's got to be some kind of bonus attached to the name drops.
I mean, what are the good luck odds?
Yeah, that's very impressive. It is kind of funny. I don't know if you've ever had that. If you've got kids, maybe you have, where you want them to befriend somebody. I remember when my daughter was at Lynn University, I heard that Hootie's kid was there.
Hootie and the Blowfish?
Yeah, I'm like, you got to go find that girl. I'm like, come on.
Find her.
I want a vacation with Hootie.
That's how I felt when I went to Lake Park Baptist. I found out that Gary Carter, one of my all-time favorite baseball players, his kids went to that school.
Oh.
And I remember going, oh my gosh, those are Gary Carter's kids. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're stalking kids.
Yeah. That's the funny thing, though, when the parents tell you, like, all right, you better go be friends with that kid.
You get over there right now and you be nice.
It's all up to you. Got to establish that friendship. I got to tell you, when you are counting every penny and yet you want to feel full and still eat something good. I remember I had all these different things that I would go through. What my rollout was, I go get a can of tuna. I get me some of that frozen broccoli, and then I would get some rice that you could get super cheap. I make that all up. I mix it together. I put a little Worcestershire sauce on it. When I was like 20 years old, that was my go-to. When ladies would come over, I would wow them with that dish, Virginia.
I like the rice part of it. The tuna with broccoli?
What's wrong with that? It's very satiating. There's a lot of protein in that.
Kevin, I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to see you and respect you.
I judge everyone.
I was poor and I couldn't cook. It's a terrible combination. It really is a god-awful combination, by the way.
Really
I mean, it's really just not good.
Tuna and broccoli?
I was so proud of myself with that meal. That was like my go-to. And I can't tell you how many girls just got up and just like, yeah.
When you've eaten an uncooked ramen sandwich with ketchup, talk to me.
Okay, all right, yeah. Yeah, I set the bar low. That actually is one of the few items that would go under it. Now, they are saying that this is a standout frozen meal at just 58 cents. People are saying that it is pretty decent. It's never failed me, and it's pretty filling. It's called Tina's Red Hot Beef Burrito, and you can get it at Walmart. 58 cents. It features a flour tortilla filled with seasoned ground beef and pinto beans. It delivers 9 grams of protein per serving. And they say it's an amazing budget-friendly option. It's on Reddit's Frozen Dinners forum. Who would have ever thought that Reddit would have its own line of meals? I didn't even know it was a thing.
58 cents?
58 cents.
Kevin, you did not know about Reddit and
their food items?
Oh my gosh. It's
the same, the thread that where you go on like a Reddit thread, they have food?
There's communities that talk about anything, but they will go through every item and it is absolutely a thing.
Now, is it Reddit talking about the frozen dinners, or is it them actually having their own brand of food?
It's the community talking about brands of food and what to
Gotcha.
get.
Okay, so that's what it is. So they're just ranking different things. So they have nothing to do with Tina's Red Hot Beef Burrito. But yeah, it's coming out as maybe the best item that you can get. Best filling, affordable food option. That is the one that came to the top of the list.
Are we buying this?
I mean, I don't think he would lie to us. Kevin, you wouldn't lie to us, would you?
I'm just going on what I saw here today.
I'm not saying
Reddit might lie to you.
Reddit might lie to you.
Reddit will lie to you.
Here's the thing, Reddit will lie to you.
Reddit has lied to me.
I've in that era where I was making the canned tuna with the rice and the frozen broccoli, I was doing a lot of frozen burritos. And
yeah,
I remember the price was pretty low. They're pretty solid.
58 cents.
Well, that's even less. That's probably, I think I remember when I was getting those, I got them all, they were like $1.58 when I was getting them.
Right.
And that was 20 years ago.
They're about,
maybe longer.
If you're going to get burritos and you're doing them individually, you're probably going to spend about $3. And if you're getting them in a bag, which means they're probably not as good,
okay,
you're spending about 6 or 7 bones.
I've done that too, where you get the bag and you just kind of reach in there and you're taking out a hard old nugget burrito and throwing it in the microwave.
The Monterey, there's one brand that.
And yeah, I think it might be Monterey, and then the ends get they're pretty
crispy,
hard.
Yeah.
They're not even crispy; they're just hard.
You gotta rip them off and throw them in the trash.
Yeah, I don't even know why.
Only time you'd be pumped to have that is if you were taken hostage and you'd not eaten for about 5 days.
Yeah, and
thank you.
I remember sometimes the refried beans would be like clumpy, and it would be it gets dark brown and dry. You'd be like,
they never figured out the microwave ratio of how to cook that thing.
No, because the problem too is I'd always have like an ice pocket in the middle of it. It would be nuclear hot on the edge, and you get to the middle and go, how is it so hot right here and so cold right there?
There are some items that they have not completely learned, and you got to be careful. Stouffer's French bread pizza, you have to almost watch it like a pet. If not, it's going to turn hard, soft. You're breaking gums. Yeah, it's terrible.
Any idea what your price point is on that one?
Stouffer's, I believe you can get that for about $4, depending on if you're going family style. Now, if you're going family style, like your lasagnas, you're going to be spending a good $14, $15.
Okay. Yeah, as I'm going through it in my head, I don't know that you can beat frozen burritos much when it comes to filling you up and the price you're going to pay. 58 cents?
Even, I got to give Taco Bell credit. You can still go to Taco Bell. It ain't like the days of the old.
Sure.
Yeah. You can get a couple burritos that are $2. Your bean burritos. And if that's, you just can't get extras. Trust me.
Totally. But if you're making it yourself, if you're really looking to cut corners, a 58-cent burrito is unbelievably affordable. That is a great price.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to fart.
Yeah. And people are calling me out saying, why wouldn't you do the chicken broccoli and rice? Canned chicken was a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I went tuna.
Ugh, Kevin.
This is
unkissable.
I was like 29 cents a can, yeah.
No wonder no girls wanted to get with you.
I had so many one and dones.
Is that why that one girl?
I rolled through so many chicks.
That guy smells.
In this era.
Who always acted like a cat? Is that why she liked you? Because you smelled like
because I smelled like tuna.
Cat food Ralston.
That's the only girl that liked my terrible bunk recipe. Really kind of glad I was not dating in this era, because I can only imagine how many times I would have been blasted on social media. I think it's more of a Gen Z thing, but they seem to think that it is okay that if you are dating somebody and they screw up pretty bad in your relationship, that you can use social media to kind of, get their penance for messing up.
Tell everybody what they did.
Yes.
It is a fun flex. It's so dramatic.
Yeah, and it seems like the younger generation, they expect it and they take it. In fact, I saw what had just recently happened. This post had gone viral. There is a boyfriend who forgot his girlfriend's birthday. And apparently, instead of apology accepted, he received a performance improvement plan.
She gave him an employee review.
That was basically it. His girlfriend handed him a formal work-style document complete with titles like employee and manager, laying out exactly how he failed by forgetting her birthday and what he needs to do to fix it. It says the plan spelled out his shortcomings, like a lack of planning and thoughtfulness, and required new action steps like using calendars and reminders, plus scheduled check-ins months, weeks, and even days before future important dates.
She's trying to fix him.
Now, he reluctantly went through with it, saying, is this really what I got to do to get you to forgive me for forgetting your birthday? And she's like, oh, yes. So he said he felt weird about signing it, especially since he had already tried to make it up with a nice dinner. But she said, no, that's not enough. The dinner's not going to do it. You're getting off too easy. I want this to hurt a bit, and I want you to remember this the next time. And oddly enough, when you go look at the comments, a lot of the people were on her side. A lot of people called the move funny but fair, saying forgetting a partner's birthday is a big mess, and the over-the-top corporate approach was just a creative way to make sure it never happens again. So that was kind of her way of, let's make something fun here, but I really want to drive this home. Don't ever forget my birthday again.
I remember this one time I was working with this guy for a long, long time, and it was his 50th birthday, and I completely forgot it.
Everybody on his show completely forgot it.
Not that that's a big milestone birthday or anything.
We're so sorry, Kevin.
You know what? I think it might be a little bit late, but I want that apology. Both of you to go on there and make a video. It's Virginia and Jbird. We unfortunately forgot Kevin's 50th birthday, a very big day, with the whole day, not even a greeting.
But tell me, that 51st birthday, how
it was special.
How awesome mediocre was that?
What would it take, and that is my question, to make up for forgetting a birthday when you've been with somebody for years upon years? Let's say you've been together for over 3 years and your partner forgives your birthday. Now, I gave you an ask makeup or breakup, and I would think if you have a great loving relationship, it's not going to be a breakup for that. But what would it take for you to feel better? Would a simple apology do it? What makes you feel, okay, I'm settled with this?
Straight up sincerity, apology, and then a make good, redo, over the top, awesome birthday, and you make that one a week long.
Yeah.
If you forget someone's birthday and they're your lover, you gotta be right by that.
I like that. I do like. To me, I would rather have somebody for 7 whole days. Every single day is like it is my birthday, with a new gift, a new cool dinner, something great. So hopefully in the future, you'll never forget. Yeah, it's going to cost you. It will be expensive, but hopefully in the future, you'll be like, okay, do I want to celebrate their birthday 1 day out of the year or 7?
Unpopular opinion, adults that celebrate their birthday for more than
some people
3 weeks.
Wait a whole month.
It's a month.
It's birthday month, and it's brunch time, and
it's Aquarius season. They do it for a season.
It is such a pet peeve of mine.
I think, too, you have to look at his past infractions. If he's been a good boyfriend up until now, and he's really been on the straight and narrow, you don't punish him too hard for this.
And you always talk about what's someone's intention.
Yes.
If somebody truly just had a brain fart and they messed up and they apologize, give them some grace and say, all right, I forgive you.
Yeah, and that's how I would imagine I would handle it. But I will tell you, is that sometimes when you are in a relationship, I think you get caught up in other things, and you almost start to take the person a bit for granted. And if this seemed to be a bit of a pattern where I just noticed how you used to be polite and do kind things to me has been drying up, and now we got to the point where you forgot my birthday, and we are kind of heading down a bad path that I need to kind of get your attention.
You better start dating me again.
Yes, right. Where I could see trying to do something, be like, hey, we either need to shock this thing back into life, or we need to realize that maybe this relationship is collapsing. And forgetting a birthday is, depending upon what had been leading up to that day. If it was just he had a lot going on, then I can forgive that once. But if this was a pattern for the last 3 to 6 months, I'm just noticing.
Yeah.
Where are we going here?
They're definitely distracted because they're low-key working on their divorce. They're
yeah, right. You wonder, are you not forgetting your mistress's birthday? Why is it you're forgetting mine?
Oh, damn. Now he's cheating?
He cheated.
It ain't his fault. Wait a minute. Actually, it is his fault.
Yeah, so I think there's so many situational things that determine this. Now, like I said, it's such a funny Gen Z thing. It's like, we have to do something on social media. It's got to go viral or else I'm not going to forgive you. So that's how we are in that generation.
It's content, Kevin.
But for me, I wouldn't hate a week of birthdays. I'd be like, you know what? This is what we're going to do. 7 days of birthdays.
That's your penance.
Huh, all right.
I actually love Bird's idea. I don't know if you can beat it.
Your birthday's coming up, Kevin. Do we owe you a week of birthdays?
If you forget this year, absolutely.
Oh, come on, man. It's a special birthday. I think it's his 52nd.
53rd.
Dang, you old. Really?
You know you're old when you have to be like,
wait, how old am I?
If it takes you up to 5 seconds to remember how old you are, you're old.
I forgot how old I was.
I know. I had to remind you.
Over the weekend, someone asked me how old I was,
Yeah.
and I got it wrong. And I got it wrong, not in a good way. I'm like, yeah, I'm.
You made yourself older?
I said I was younger. And
younger.
No, I think you're older, actually. I'm like,
That's the worst, yeah.
yeah.
Virginia did that too. Mm-hmm. Somebody gave me what is a pretty good OCD spot check that you can do super fast. And
Oh my gosh, I'm already obsessing about this bit.
it was a little telling, at least for me. Do you guys ever go to whatever the search engine would be on your phone to look something up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said, how many tabs do you have open? And I went to my phone and I looked, I'm like, I only have one. Because that person said, I didn't realize it, but I had like 160 of those tabs open. And I realized that my life was so disorganized, I needed to get it together. But it just kind of kept adding up and adding up. Another way you can test too, your phones are an interesting marker of this. How many unanswered emails do you have? Text messages. Basically, all those little things really will determine where your level of OCD is. Because if you look at mine, if a number pops up on my phone, it drives me absolutely crazy, and I have to figure out what it is and how to turn it off.
There's also different forms of OCD, and you have more of the I want to be organized OCD.
That's it. Yeah, it's not I have to repeatedly turn off light switches and things like that. Mine is just about organization.
Mine is taking things off of lines.
Yes.
And if I have to really work hard at it mentally to say, Jason, you're being irrational. Just because something's on a line doesn't mean, God doesn't love you.
Yeah, I'm more anal retentive, I think. Somebody just has to have everything very neat, clean, all of that kind of stuff. I think it's a different variation of that. But yeah, when they showed me that, I was like going, in fact, they guessed, they're like, I bet you have no tabs open. So if you had to guess, how many tabs do you think Virginia would have open right now, Jbird?
Tabs? Bar tabs? Probably.
Bar tabs, that's a different,
Bar tabs, probably about 4.
But you're a respectful drunk. You pay.
They always have a credit card on file for this hooker.
Oh, how many times have you left a credit card, had to go back the next morning?
So many times. The walk of shame is real to go get your card.
I think Virginia, because she gets nervous and scared of her phone at times. I don't think it's as many as one would be of you or me.
Over, under 25?
Under.
Now, I would say a few things. One, it's how often you use that, because sometimes people don't. But I think it can get away from you pretty fast. And I think sometimes when it comes to tech, things get away from Virginia in there, and some of the little things she just doesn't pay attention to. So I'm going to go with over 25. How many tabs do you have open right now?
I just counted.
Yep.
48.
Wow.
Kind of gets away from you, doesn't it?
It does. And then I just totally didn't even realize that many were open.
Ask me how many I got right now. Go and ask me. I don't know. I can't find my phone.
It's with my bar tab and my credit card.
Yeah, see, that's impressive. Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting little test. People are already answering how many they have. We got the people on the lower end. It's like 1 tab, 0 unread emails, 0 unread messages. I don't like the little red notification, and I am in that camp. And then we have got other people, 29,403 is one answer, 980 unread emails.
Oh, I remember you looked at my email. We did a bid back at Station 1. You actually, I think, started shaking of how many emails I never even opened.
He starts stressing.
Yeah. John, 94,000 emails, 64 tabs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting little test. I always like putting a spotlight on people that are just doing awesome things for other humans that they do not have to do. And one of those is the ex-wife of Amazon's head boss, Jeff Bezos. It's amazing what this Mackenzie Scott has done and how much of Jeff Bezos' initial wealth she's given away. Now, she did her own thing, very smart lady, and just all the time, she's dropping large sums of money on these organizations, and it's amazing to see. And really, she sets the bar to me for any extremely wealthy person on how to do it. is just keep giving and giving and giving. It can't hurt, so just keep giving. And she's now given $70 million in her latest drop of cash to Meals on Wheels America, an organization that provides meals, check-ins, and social support to more than 2 million older Americans each and every single year.
That is beautiful. Good for her.
She just, it's almost like monthly.
She does it right.
Yeah, she really does. It's really fantastic what she does, and it's such a variety. And she gives to a lot of organizations in South Florida. So I love seeing what she's doing. And I love this, too. It's also proof that you don't really have to have anything to step up for somebody. There's a group of strangers in Jefferson County, Missouri, that banded together to buy a new RV for a homeless man and his dog.
Aww.
While also finding him a job that he loves. Now, this guy had spent 13 years on the streets. Before that, he was in prison, got out, and a lot of people are like, I don't want to hire this guy. This guy's been in prison, and no one has given him any kind of opportunity. And he's just doing whatever he can. The one thing he did was he has this dog, Bentley. And I do love that. I've seen homeless guys with their dogs, and man, they're just with them the whole time and the companionship. And I think people saw him with Bentley, and they started having a conversation with him, and they're asking about food and things like that. And he said, sometimes I go hungry, but Bentley never does.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That moved them to a point that said he went a whole week without food, but his dog Bentley ate every single day. And they said, we got to do something for him.
Bentley's like, man, this is the longest walk I've ever been on.
Bentley probably loves that he's always there, always with him.
I've observed that. I've watched homeless guys and their dogs, and I'm like, it's really, the dogs don't care. They're like, this is just great, man. They're probably loving life. This is awesome.
As long as they're treated properly. Right. Sometimes you will see a dog with a homeless person, and that dog is happy.
Mm-hmm. So they tried to raise $23,000 just to get him a hotel room to stay in for a while, but more and more people kept helping to the point where they were able to give him an RV that would fit he and his dog Bentley.
That's beautiful.
And then they wound up getting him a job at a doggy daycare, which he said, this is perfect for me.
Bentley can go with him to work.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so Bentley's not separated. I'm like, what a great story, huh?
That is a fantastic story.
You don't realize how hard it is for someone to get back on their feet until you're trying to help them do it. As we've gained money, we just started looking for an affordable RV, and we found one.
For the community to do this for him, it's just amazing.
Just happy about it all. Makes me want to cry.
I love it.
He has a job waiting for him at a doggy daycare. So he's very excited about that. He's going to have us as a staple in his life for quite some time.
Did you hear that person say, I love it?
Yeah.
That was Bentley.
His talking dog?
It's amazing.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to take this act to TikTok.
Yeah,
It's
you
pretty
would
good.
think. Yeah, you would think.
They're talking about him doing country. They call them dogs Bentley.
I like that's a good country joke right there. Got more KVJ coming your way. Going to be on the after the show. You can catch it live in just about 10 minutes. Going to be on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch, and on demand on YouTube and Spotify a little bit later on today. Before we get there, Bird is going to wrap us up with his thought for the day.
The loudest battles you fight are the ones nobody ever sees you win.
That was a battle to read it.
Speaking of nobody sees.
That's why I want to give him credit, because he really struggled to see that thing.
I got my readers today.
You won that war. It was good.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.